Okay, today we're doing similar figures. These are the notes. In order for figures to be similar, they must be the same shape. The corresponding angles, measures must be congruent. And what congruent means, in order for figures to be congruent, they must be the same shape, same size, and the same angles. Okay. The corresponding lengths must be proportional. Okay. So the similar figures, to be similar figures, they have to be the same shape. Their angles must be congruent, and their side lengths must be proportional. Okay. For figures to be similar, they must have the same ratio or scale factor. The shapes are labeled by corresponding angles, so they will start in the same point and go in the same direction around the shape. Okay. Here's our first example. Okay. In this example, you can see where it says A, B, C, D, E, F. So you're going to start here when you're labeling in the same spot both places. Okay. To find out our scale factor, we're going to look at our new, which is this one. We're going to pick a side. We can pick this side. Our new is 4. Our original, same spot, is going to be 6. We can reduce that by 2. And we get 2/3. So our scale factor is 2/3. Okay. To find missing side lengths of similar figures, you can set up a ratio or a proportion table. Okay. Ratios look like that. Proportion tables are our tic-tac-toe boards. Okay, our first example. Our next example. Okay, on this one, we're going to mark each of the sides that correspond. So this side right here, this A to D, is the same one as Q to T. And our B to C is our same as R to S. Okay. The trapezoid ABCD is similar to trapezoid QRST. What is the length of R and S? We are looking for this side here. Okay. Now, if you happen to not have any colors, you can mark them by just making circles. And making X's, just so you can differentiate which side goes with what, because that's important in setting up your proportion. Okay, I'm also going to label this one as my small one, and this is my big one, my big trapezoid. Okay, so now I'm going to make my proportion table, and I'm going to make small and big, and I'm going to make this one blue, or my circles, and this one red, or my X's, whichever one you've got it marked with, or however you have it marked. Okay, so now I can go in and fill up my proportion table. So my red in my small one is 1.7. My blue in my small one is 2.8. In my blue one is X, and the red is 5.1. So you've got to make sure you get it set up right. Once you do that, you're going to cross multiply you get 2.8 times 5.1 is equal to 1.7 times x. So this multiplies out to 14.28 and 1.7x. To get the x by itself, you have to get rid of the 1.7 by dividing. And so when you divide it out, it comes up to be 8.4 equals x. So what that means is this length here is 8.4 meters. Okay, our parallelogram ABCD is similar to parallelogram EFGH. What is the length of G and H? Okay. Once again, I'm going to label everything. This one's going to be my big one. This one's going to be my small one. Let's see. We're going to use, we'll use the same color. So we'll just mark them. This B to C, I'm going to mark with X's. And that corresponds with F to G, so I'm going to mark it with X's. And then my C and D, I'm going to mark with circles. And that corresponds to my G and H. Okay, so now we're looking for this number here. We're going to set up a proportion table. We've got big, small, we got X's, and we got O's in our circles. So we've got, big one is 21 and 6. And we've got 7 and X. So once again, we are going to cross multiply. So we get 21 times X is equal to 7 times 6. 21x is equal to 42. Get the x by itself. You've got to divide both sides by 21. So x equals 2. Last example. This one has more numbers than what we need, so we only need 3 numbers, really. The figures below are similar. What is the length of x? Notice that there's no letters in this one, so what we're going to do is we're going to once again color code everything or mark everything. So we're going to do zigzag here, zigzag here, circles here. So that puts my circles here, and my X's here, and my X's here. Okay, now I need this number is what I'm looking for. So in that case, I have to use this one. The other ones, as long as I use either 4 and 10 or 6 and 15, it doesn't matter. It's just whichever one you prefer. So we're going to draw my table, and we're going to do small and big. Since I didn't label those. And then we're going to do X's, and we're going to do squigglies. So X's, my small is 8, my big is what I'm looking for, squiggly is 4 and 10, cross multiply. So 4 times X is equal to 8 times 10, so 4X is equal to 80, divide by 4, I get X equals 20. So we can use proportions to find unknown measures in similar shapes. It can be successful if you can set up a proportion table, which is the tic-tac-toe board. I can label with proper units. I can cross multiply and divide to solve for a missing unit and make proportions into an equation. Okay. Assignment worksheet 18, problems 1 through 4 is tonight's assignment. Yesterday's assignment is worksheet 17, 1 through 15. They actually had the entire class period to work on that. So if it wasn't done, I did send it home for homework. It is due tomorrow. Thank you.